Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another video. So this is going to be the other top 4 feature match for the 12th edition of my online Discord tournament, and this one is going to be between Manzano official on Swordsoul Tenyi versus Thunderbolts on Dogmatika Sunavalon Generader, which is in fact a deck that I did feature in the top 8, so if you are looking for more feature matches for this entire tournament, the playlist will be in the card in the top right. Additionally, if you are interested in playing in the next tournament, which will actually be the 10K subscriber free to enter giveaway tournament, you can go ahead and check out my Discord server for more details, which is also linked in the description box below. I still am working on finalizing, just kind of the last minute touches and details for this tournament, but it's looking to be held on January 8th to 9th as of right now, and more details to come hopefully by the end of this week. This has been a very busy week for me for school, so I kind of apologize for that. It's been delayed for quite a bit here, but again, more details to come, so stay tuned for that. Again, I am hoping that it will be out, like the official signups and stuff, by the end of the week. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this matchup here without any further ado. So it looks like we're going to be seeing the Sunavalon player taking the RPS win, and they're going to be choosing to go first in this matchup here. So their opening hand going first is going to be Nadir Servant, Prosperity, Imperm, Har, and Spore. So opening a couple of one-ofs here, but they do also have several starters, or at least the potential to get some starters, which is looking pretty decent. And then the Swordsoul Tenyi's opening hand going players opening hand going second is going to be Longyun, Blackout, Taya, Adhara, and Imperm. You can again kind of tell the age of these replays. I mean, to be fair, I kind of had this backlog just because I knew that finals week would be a bit busy, and so we plan ahead. But anyways, yeah, this hand looks pretty good. So going second, they have like a hand trap plus a lot of really strong engine cards for pushing past disruptions, which is quite nice. So Sunavalon going to be going first here. They're going to kick things off with a Pot of Prosperity. That's going to go and banish 3. So they're going to mill 3, or excavate 3 rather, and then they're going to pick up the copy of the Genius Loci. So there is a good starter. They banished Entis, Selene, and Dryas, so that's pretty reasonable. Nothing too weird there. They're going to go and normal summon the Vanilla monster and then link off for Dryas. They're going to activate the effect, but that's going to be negated by the Imperm right here. But we are going to see some follow-up in the Nadir Servant, of course, and that's going to go and search for a copy of Ecclesia after sending Titaniclad. So Ecclesia going to be activated from the hand, going to go and summon itself to the field, and then the effect on the field is going to activate for a search of Dogmatika Punishment. They're then going to set 2 and then proceed to end phase, which is going to allow Titaniclad to trigger and search for a copy of the Fleur-de-Lis. So they have Fleur-de-Lis and Punishment, as well as the hard-drawn Imperm. So 3 interruptions, which is quite solid. We're going to see a copy of Emergence being top decked for the Swordsoul player. So they're going to proceed to main phase and activate the effect of Longyun in hand. That's going to go and pitch the Adhara to summon itself, and then the token as well. And this is going to prompt the punishment from the opponent, of course, because the Baronne de Fleur is going to be summoned if they just kind of let this go. So going to send Entis to out the token as well. Then they're going to normal summon out Taya and then use the effect. That's going to go and banish the Longyun, but they are going to chain Fleur-de-Lis in response. So the known interruptions are now out of the way, but there is still, of course, this back row here. So Taya going to be negated, and then they're going to proceed to battle phase, attack over Ecclesia. And then main phase 2, they're going to set Blackout and then pass. We are going to see a top deck unexpected dive return, which is not really going to do a whole lot here. Swordsoul is actually not in a bad position because they have good follow-up and they have a way to kind of clear the board. And the Sunavalon player is locked via punishment, so they can't just like summon Spore and then go into the Roma Seraphy link, which would be a cool play. But yeah, not really possible here. They're going to proceed to battle phase after switching their Fleur-de-Lis to attack position and then go attack into the Taya. They're going to declare the effect to attack boost, but it looks like the Blackout is going to be used in response to pop the major threats on the board. And then we're going to see a pass from the Sunavalon player. The Swordsoul player is going to draw into a Vitullo, which is quite nice here. So that's going to be a good reveal for Moye if they decide to pick it up. They also could just go for Taya because they have a lot of fodder in grave. So they are going to search for Moye here. This plays a little harder to like Veiler, since like they could just Taya banish a token, or banish the Blackout to summon another token anyways through Veiler, but this is going to be pretty solid if it resolves, and it does. So going to reveal the Vishuddha, summon out the token here. And then they're going to go into Chisho. They're going to activate the effects of Chisho and Moye. So they're going to draw Ashina, which is quite good. And then Longyun is a search target for the Chisho. They're going to then activate the Longyun effect. That's going to pitch the Ashina, summoning itself and the token. So this card is known. This was the unknown card that was drawn. They're going to go into Baronne de Fleur, and then they're going to go and burn the opponent with Long Gun for 12. And then they're going to pop the Dryas with the Baronne, and then proceed to battle phase, attacking for 58. And then they're going to pass. So we're going to see a top deck Call by the Grave, and they have to fight through Chi Shell Baronne de Fleur, which is not impossible, but it seems very unlikely. Like, Swordsoul would have to mess up drastically here. And that's just going to be a concession. So it looks like Swordsoul Tenyi is going to take game number 1 here, and now we're going to move into game number 2. So we're going to see the Sunavalon player choose to go first again. Their opening hand is going to be the Sunset Genius Loci, Double Strike, Hela, and Nadir Servant. So opening up kind of the same starters as last time, but notably with a lot better trap quality here. So that's going to be very, very impactful. And then the Swordsoul Tenyi's opening hand going second is going to be Ashina, Taya, Imperm, Tactics, Valor. So they have 2 hand traps here for pretty much both the plays. So that matches up quite well, but the engine front is looking a little bit weaker, especially into Double Strike. So we're going to go ahead and see them normal summon the Vanilla Monster and link off for Dryas. Going to activate the effect, but going to chain Imperm in response. And then they're going to follow up with a Nadir Servant. That's going to go and send Farid to go and search for Ecclesia. So Farid's going to activate. It's interesting that they didn't go for Titanic Cloud like they did last time. Maybe they're just feeling like they don't need the Fleur-de-Lis due to the fact that they have better interruptions. So they're maybe trying to just cycle out the Hela for a better card. Also, they couldn't send the Farid game 1 because of Prosperity anyways. So maybe that's just what they send by default. But they're going to draw Imperm and then put back the Hela, which is I would say, a pretty worthwhile trade. Going to go for the Ecclesia here in hand, and then on field, that's going to be negated by Valor. And it looks like they're just going to set cards and pass. So we're going to see them top deck Nibiru for turn, in terms of the Swordsoul player that is. So they have a couple of plays here, but definitely not pushing past Double Strike. Ashina going to summon itself from the hand, and then they're going to link off into a Monk, whose summon is going to be Striked. So you could strike the hand effect, I suppose. Like, they wanted them to burn through the Monk, which is another resource, but that will end up just kind of being free for this Taya here. But that being said, Taya's not resolving either, because they are going to banish Monk and then get striked. And then they're just going to pass. We're going to see them top deck another copy of the Vanilla Monster, and they aren't punishment locked this time, so that they can actually freely go into their plays. They're going to normal summon, link off for Thrasher, activate the effect to gain attack, and then proceed to battle phase. So they're just going to do 31 here, playing around the Nibiru. Main phase 2, they're going to go and link off into Jasmine, tributing the Ecclesia to summon out Mardell from deck, and then Mardell is going to search for the boss stage. And then from here, they are going to link off into Melius, and then they're going to activate Melius's effect. That's going to go and summon back the Genius Loci. And then they're going to go for the Bangalore to the Resurgent. I have to actually read this card again because I forget what it does. 2+ plant monsters. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can target 1 effective monster your opponent controls, take damage equal to its attack, and if you did take damage, return it to the hand. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish 2 or more link monsters from your graveyard whose combined or link ratings equal exactly 4. Banish this card. Special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use 1 Resurgent effect per turn, and only once that turn. So this is going to be Nibiru, but it can actually come back, which is pretty nice. So they can activate boss stage and then proceed to the end of main phase, which will prompt the Nibiru. And then still in main phase, yeah, they are going to activate the Bengal Lancer or Resurgent. I'm just going to keep calling it Resurgent. They're going to summon it to the field. Yeah, they cannot bounce Nib because you can only use 1 of the effects. So they are just going to pass here, I assume. They're going to draw into another copy of Longyun. So that's actually not really live right now. In draw phase, we're going to see boss stage being activated. And then they're going to go and summon out Lopter here, which prompts the token generation effect of the field spell. Oh, so actually Lopter is only main phase, so that plays nicely into tactics. Or at least from the Swordsoul player's perspective. So I think you're trying to bank on them using this, because this hand is not going to beat this board right now. They're going to try and go to battle phase, and then it looks like they're going to activate Lopter still in the main phase. They're going to tribute a token to bring out Har. And then still in main phase, they're going to activate tactics to draw 2. They're going to draw into Nibiru and another tactics. Ooh, those are not the draws you want to see. Kind of surprised they actually didn't hard negate that, because, like, what is the punish? I guess the punish is The punish would be like a Taya, I suppose, or an emergence. Okay, yeah, you can keep that. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Although there is imperm set too, so maybe it wasn't necessary. But yeah, Har gonna go ahead and send. Maybe they did it because like they used the draw effect, so they get like more mileage out of the Har effect. Battle phase, they are gonna go and attack into the Resurgent. They're gonna let this go through, so not putting Nibiru back in hand. And they're gonna set tactics and pass. Token gets cleared, and then they're gonna draw into Sowing. This is the E-Telly, right? The one that they want to search off the link one, which hasn't resolved yet. Or the one of the link ones, the Dryas, because they have multiple link ones. But yeah, gonna go and activate the effect of Lopter. That's gonna summon out Hala from the deck. And then Hala effect is gonna go attribute itself to bring back the Mardell from the graveyard. And then Mardell's effect is gonna search for a Spore. So they're gonna normal summon out that Spore, and then that is actually just gonna be it. So I actually don't know what they would have gone for there. I think we've seen them play Baronne de Fleur, so that's an option. And if that's the case, then that's just, or definitely just game over. So we're gonna move now into the third and final game. And if you already enjoyed this video, please do consider dropping a like. It really does help the channel out, and it really is super motivating if you guys do like the videos. So that's the best way to support the channel if you really do enjoy my content, and I appreciate you all very much. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to game 3 here. This is what happens when I record at, yikes, 3 a.m. I get kind of on tangents. But anyways, carrying on here. Swordsoul, gonna go first. The opening hand's gonna be Vishuda, Ash, Moye, Adhara, Valor. This hand seems pretty good. A lot of good engine cards and 2 hand traps. And then the Sunavalon player's hand is gonna be Sowing, Mardell, Solemn Strike, Token Collector, and Prosperity. Uh-oh. That is not going to be super good. Like, the only way they can really play around that is, like, if they lead with the Tenyis, like, special and normal, but you would never really do that with Moye in hand. So, yeah, Token Collector is definitely going to put in work here. So they're going to no summon out the Moye, and then reveal the Adhara, summon out the token, and then that is going to be a very, very juicy Token Collector. So, gonna force a pass, I'm pretty sure. Yep. We're going to see them draw into the Vanilla Monster, so that's a starter that they actually didn't previously have guaranteed. So now Prosperity can kind of help dig for missing pieces. They're going to go and banish 3 again. So they're going to pick up the Generator Boss stage. So really evaluating the Generator package over the Dogmatika package, as we can kind of see. But let's see. They banished the same 3 cards as they did in game number 1. They're going to normal summon out the Vanilla and then link off for the Dryas. Dryas effect, they're going to chain Valor. This has gotten negated every game. Feels bad. Oh, just kidding, no effect. So this is the only target. I actually don't know what other Sunvine cards exist, and I actually forgot that this is a one of in this build. So yeah, no targets. They're gonna go and activate the Sowing, whose effect will be negated by Ash. So I guess functionally it was the same thing, except revealing knowledge by mistake. So yeah, gonna go and crash Token Collector into the Moye, which gets into Grave, but also I think that, yeah, it triggers the Dryas because it activates on battle damage being taken as well. So they're going to activate the effect, they're going to gain back the 17, and then summon out the Thrasher from the extra deck, who will trigger to gain attack, but it's only link rating times 800, so it can't clear the Moye. And then they're going to activate the boss stage, set strike, pass. Kind of wonder why they went through the trouble of crashing there. Maybe they just wanted the extra free body since this is likely going to be coming back anyways, so that's fair enough. But yeah, so they have Strike plus a Generator engine going. So Ecclesia going to be the top deck, which is very, very high value since, you know, it's pretty much always going to be live if the field spell resolves. So they're going to summon out Lopter off the field spell, and then they're going to go and generate some tokens. And then in main phase 1, they're going to be thinking they're going to special summon out Ecclesia. And because she has a tuner, she can go for, or you can go for Chi-Shell. What's interesting is that, Token Collector is pretty interesting in this kind of board state, because if it gets summoned, well, first off, right now there's no room to summon it, and then, oh, that's why they crashed it, yeah, because they want to activate the field spell. It literally just occurred to me that this conflicts if this is on board. That makes more sense, not just the extra body. Wow, I can't believe I missed the more obvious reason, but anyways. But yeah, this can't be summoned right now, obviously since the board is occupied, but yeah, this would destroy your own tokens too. So you have to be a little bit careful about managing Token Collector. So maybe it was worth trying to Taya into Taya. Actually, there was nothing to banish for Taya. So never mind. They're gonna go and strike. I mean, you could have gone for Moye as well, but I guess you could have turned like Claudio in response to get like the Har out, and then like you could have negated the Moye. So yeah, this is a safer, but it did lose the strike no matter what. Kind of a bit of a side tangent there, but yeah, gonna go and summon out Vishuda here from hand, and then normal summon out the Adhara. And then they're going to, I think on the resolution of Adhara, Lopter gonna activate, that's gonna attribute a token to summon out Uktgarda, and then that effect will activate, attributing out 2 tokens to banish Vishuda. And now I don't think Swordsoul has a play. They can link off for Monk and add back Vishuda off the Adhara, but that doesn't really get anything. Yeah, they're going to go for Monk, and then they're going to activate to add back the Vishuda. They could bounce one of these links, I suppose, but it's not looking too good for the Swordsoul player. So the Sunavalon player is going to draw another copy of Strike. This card's been putting in work both games 2 and 3. They're going to tribute summon Mardell, and then activate the effect of Mardell. So that's going to go and search for Spore. And then they're going to switch Gardner to attack position and then go for battle phase. They're going to attack Lopter into Monk. They should have only taken 500, right? Because this attack boost is during the opponent's turn only. Oh, maybe they didn't realize that this is the only the opponent's turn. So, wow, yeah, they concede there too. Because they're on 65, so this is 46 right now, but with the attack boost that they think is being applied, this would be 66. But in reality, that should have just been 3,000 less damage, so yeah, they should have been 75 minus 46, would have been 29. Ooh, yeah, definitely should not have been game there. I mean, to be fair, it would have been hard to play through, you know, like the generator stuff plus strike with the composition of this hand. I mean, I guess you never know, but wow, like that is unfortunate, but I mean, that is kind of just the nature of the game sometimes. I mean, to be fair, there still is like Har in deck, right? So you can just like go summon tokens, or like summon from deck. This can summon any generator, right? Yeah, so you can like summon out the Har from deck there, and then like summon out a token. So you have like strike plus Har, and that's probably enough to beat this hand. So yeah, I think this deck was winning anyways. But yeah, that is gonna be it for the match. Again, I apologize for kind of just maybe, I don't know if the commentary here was like worse than normal, or like maybe you guys like it more than normal, but I can definitely feel just the effect of me being tired, so I'm gonna go to bed now. But yeah, hopefully I'll be uploading more content a lot more regularly after this week slows down. I still have more stuff next week for school, but this week is like really the thick of the woods. So yeah, there will also be some exciting content coming up surrounding this remote dual YCS, which will be this weekend. And if you have been following the polls on my community tab, you probably know where that's going. It's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, I don't have too much else to say here, so let's just wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff to help out with the YouTube algorithm. And until next time, I will catch you in the next video. See you guys.